Read your Bible, pray every day, pray every day, pray every day. Read your Bible, pray every day. You will grow, grow, grow. You will grow, grow, grow. You will grow, grow, grow. Read your Bible, pray every day. You will grow, grow, grow.
Hello friends, we welcome you back to another episode of Treasures from the Bible. Our treasure today is found in Genesis 37. If your mommies and daddies would like to open the Bibles, they can read the story of Joseph to you. If I look at Joseph's coat, which is a brown yellowy color, it reminds me of the gemstone jasper. Jasper is a red-brown or sometimes yellowish stone. If you pick the stone up outside, it looks rough, but if you polish it and furnish it nicely, it becomes a beautiful gemstone. We also read in the Bible that the foundations of the New Jerusalem is made out of 12 gemstones, and jasper is going to be one of them. Joseph stayed with his father and his brothers in the land of Canaan. His father had many animals. Amongst them were sheep, and him and his brother always liked to tend the sheep. They would feed the little lambs. One summer it was very hot, and Joseph took his jacket off and put it away in his basket. The sheep were also getting warm, and Father Jacob said, "Let us share the sheep." They cut the wool off and put them away in bags. Joseph and Benjamin would tend to the little lambs. One day, Joseph wanted to put his jacket on again. Oh my, his jacket was too small. He went to his dad and said, "Dad, my jacket is too small. I'll have to give it to Benjamin." "That's no problem," said Father Jacob. "Bring me some of the wool that we shore from the sheep. We will dye it, and I will make you a new jacket." They colored the wool, and then they spun it into long threads, and Father Jacob made a weaving frame. He weaved the most beautiful, colorful jacket for Joseph, all the colors of the rainbow. When it was finished, Jacob was very proud of his jacket. He loved his new jacket. He went outside to where his brothers were, and he said, "Look, I've got a new jacket. Isn't it beautiful?" The brothers were a little bit jealous because they didn't get new jackets as well. One night, Joseph dreamt that they were cutting the wheat. They bound the wheat up into sheaves, and his sheaves stood up straight while all his brothers' sheaves knelt down in front of him. When he told his brothers about it, they said, "Do you think we are going to bow down before you?" They weren't very happy with Joseph. He also had another dream. He dreamt that the sun and the moon and the stars also knelt down in front of him. When he told them that, they were very agitated, and they said, "You think you're better than us? We will never ever bow down in front of you." One day, Jacob said, "Joseph, I want you to take some food to your brothers there where they are tending the sheep." Even though Joseph knew his brothers weren't very happy with him, he said, "All right, Dad, I'll do that." He was always obedient. When his brothers saw him coming, they said, "Here comes the dreamer. Let us get rid of him." The elder brother Reuben said, "I don't want you to hurt him. Just put him in the pit." The pit didn't have any water in it, and Reuben thought, when the other brothers are away, I will take him out and send him back to his father. But while Reuben was away tending the sheep, some strange merchants came from Egypt. When they passed the brothers said, "Let us sell Joseph to the merchants. They sold him for 20 pieces of silver. And there poor Joseph was riding on the camel in the night, all alone, away from his father and his brothers. But while he was riding, he made a promise to God that he would always be truthful and faithful, no matter what happens to him. When he got to Egypt, they sold him to Potifar, and he worked for Potifar. He always did his work very, very well, and he was always obedient, and he was always courteous. The Egyptians did not love God, and they prayed to idols. But Joseph remembered God in heaven, and that God was his father, and he always prayed to him. One day, Potiphar's wife wanted him to do something which was against God's law. "I'm sorry," he said, "I cannot do that." She got angry and asked Potiphar to put him in prison, and that's what he did. While Joseph was in prison, 2 of the men dreamed dreams. They were very upset, but Joseph told them what the dreams were, and the dreams came true. A few years after that, the king dreamt a dream, and the king was very upset when he woke up. "I dreamt a dream," he said, "and I don't know what it means." "Well," said one of the workers, "I know about somebody that can tell you what your dream was. His name is Joseph. He was in prison with me." So king let Joseph come. Joseph told the king what his dream meant. "You dreamt about 7 fat cows and 7 thin cows. And you dreamt that the 7 thin cows ate up the 7 fat cows. You also dreamt about 7 fat corn ears and 7 thin corn ears. And you dreamt that the 7 thin corn ears ate up the 7 fat corn ears. Your dream means that there's going to be 7 years of plenty of food and 7 years of drought. During the 7 years of plenty food, you will have to gather all the food and keep it safe until the drought comes." "Well," said the king, "I think you are just the right person to help me with that." So Joseph became second in charge in the country. And during the 7 years of plenty, he had to gather all the food. They built big barns and kept the food safe. When the drought started, people came from far and near to Joseph to buy food. One day, strange people came. They did not dress like the Egyptians, and Joseph knew that they were from a different country. When they knelt down, he saw that it was his brothers, and he remembered his dream about the corn and the sheaves bowing down to his sheaf. "We've come from a faraway country, and we would like to buy some food," they said. "Oh, no," said Joseph, "I think you are spies." No, they said, "We are not spies." He asked them whether they had a father and what his name was. "We have a father, his name is Jacob, and we have a younger brother named Benjamin." Joseph gave them food to take back home, and he also gave them their money back in their bags. When they came again, he told them that he was their brother. He also told them that he wanted them to go and fetch his father to come and live with him. When they got back by Jacob, they had to tell Jacob the truth, that Joseph was still alive. His father was very happy to hear that Joseph was still alive. So they all went to Egypt. Joseph was so happy to see his father again after so many years. And Jacob was just so delighted to see his son and to know that he is safe and that God protected him and used him to do a big work for him. Joseph had forgiven his brothers long ago for what they have done. The king gave them a special part of the country to live in, and they stayed in the part called Goshen. The lessons that we can learn from Joseph is that no matter what our circumstances are, if we decide to follow God and to stay true to His word, He will guide us and keep us. We trust that you enjoyed the story of Joseph and that you will join us next time for another treasure from the Bible.
The Bible, yes, that's the book for me. I stand alone on the Word of God. The Bible.
Thank you so much for logging into our channel once again. To help us be of greater service to children around the world, you can kindly share, like and subscribe to our channel.